Maque Choux, I chew, you chew, we all chew Maque Choux. Welcome to Gussied Up. Today I'm gonna show you how to make Maque Choux. It is an absolutely delicious sauteed corn dish from Louisiana. It's a little bit spicy, it's ultra creamy, and so we're gonna make that our pizza topping today. What? If you've had Maque Choux before, you are drooling right now because you know that by putting it on some pizza dough and maybe a little bit of extra cheese, you're gonna create something so decadent and so delicious and so addictive that you're never gonna want pepperoni again, ever. All right, a tablespoon of olive oil. And now we're gonna saute up some onions. It was a half a cup of onions. Sizzle. You don't have to cook this to oblivion because it is going on a pizza and it is gonna go back into the oven. But because we're using par-baked crust and the pizzas are only gonna go in for about 10 to 15 minutes, we wanna make sure that our toppings are well cooked because they're just not in the oven for that long. Now we add in 1 cup of corn. That's about an ear of corn. And that's 1/4 cup of roasted red peppers. We're gonna put in about 10 to 12 grape tomatoes and then a half of a jalapeno. If you don't like spicy stuff, just don't put the jalapeno in. But it really, honestly, it kind of is the flavor of Maque Choux. Like you need that little bit of heat. And it's like a green flavor that jalapeno has too. It feels peppery and vegetal and delicious. Now give it a stir. And you're just looking for those tomatoes to release their juice a little bit. The peppers have already been fire roasted, so they're cooked. A little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt. Give it a stir. In my oven, I have 2 cast iron skillets heating up right now. I'm gonna use those as my pizza stone. So typically when you make Maque Choux, you add cream to your corn. But I wanna make a sauce, like I want something that's a little bit thicker to go onto the pizza, so I'm using cream cheese. This is 6 ounces of cream cheese, and then to kind of Louisiana it up, I'm using a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. You just give it a little mix. And then right now this is a little bit thick, right? So we're gonna add in a couple tablespoons of water so that this goes from being cream cheese to a sauce. Okay, so all of our ingredients are ready. Let's build some pizzas. This makes 2 8-inch pizzas. These are par-cooked pizza doughs. You can buy them at the grocery store. You can get them from any of your like local Italian groceries. So half of the sauce goes on to the crust. You just spread it around. I'm gonna use a half a cup of cheese per pizza. This is mozzarella, full fat. And I just put that down over top of my cream cheese sauce. And then I lay the Maque Choux on the top of that. So half of my Maque Choux. Look at how pretty it is. You all. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. A little bit of olive oil around the edge, just so that the edge tastes delicious. Ooh. A little bit of salt on the crust, just so that crust tastes good, right? So you can see that on a lot of cast iron skillets, the bottom is flat. So because I've heated it up, it's actually gonna work like a pizza stone. It'll hold that heat in and our bottoms are gonna get a little bit crisp because of that. 450 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes until the bottom crust is nice and crisp and the cheese is all melty, ooey gooey. Woo! I top with a little bit of green onions and then cut. You got a nice crispy bottom and then creamy, dreamy, ooey gooey corn magic on the top. Let's take a bite, but be careful. It's probably gonna be hot. Ooh! We have a beautiful balance of sweet from the corn against the jalapenos heat. It's so lovely. And then we have this creamy, creamy sauce and a crisp crust. This is all about balance. You know how people are like, life is all about balance. Well, that's what I'm giving you all here. I'm giving you a balanced life of pizza. You're welcome. Woo! She's full. I'm a chin.
Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on Gussied Up.
Goodbye.